yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out and be a new friend. Or I can show you how to train the dragon like. And either way, it ain't gotta be love. What is this love?
Entering team select screen. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the home team, are selected.
Life can be tough, so I need you more and more. You need to stay with me all night till I sleep. I'm feeling great, I'll be alright. In my dreams.
Notification: STONEYW82 has joined the Stony2282 has joined. Ready. Advanced. Entering. Was equal. Run. SFK. CM McDonald. Defensive playbook. SF. 40. Multiple deselected. Ready.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Certainly happy to have you along. Chase McLaughlin has it on the tee, and off we go here in Tampa. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
7 categories.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCarthy going to put it up right away. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Play sheets. There are 7 categories. You have to cover 6.
Fireworks I saw July 4th. Okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23.
Entering play call. Nickel mud play sheet. We have 36 options. Cover 3 matches selected.
Between the two.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Entering play call.
Nice
Nickel play sheets. Coach formation. Normal. There are 2 categories. You have 18 options. Cover 1. Robert Press is selected.
Pick up bigger yardage.
Second and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The move 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
There are 6 categories. We have 36 options. Cover 3 was labeled selected.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota. Here we go, set. 18 caution.
McCarthy is set to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Entering play call. Formation. Normal. You have 7 options. Cover 3 is selected.
What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat? Like the guys
I like that.
circle.
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the
Entering
19.
play call. Formation. Cover one robber. Cover two hard
I
flat.
spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the
Entering
same
play
page.
call. Recent error.
Just 3
Cover
yards
3
on
does
the
make
catch there.
Tampa
Couldn't
do.
get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good. And the Vikings
Entering
have a
play
3-0
call.
lead.
Special teams.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact,
Entering
it's over
play
the back
call.
line.
Coach
So this
suggestions.
is going to
There
come
are
out to
8
the
categories.
35.
You have 12 options. HD slam is selected.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
180! What's that?
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run.
Entering
He gets
play
maybe
call.
3.
Coach suggestions. There are
Look
8
at this defense
categories.
for
You
the
have 12
Vikings.
options.
And they're a
With
tough unit
skills
to
is
throw against.
selected.
Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. All curl is
It's
selected.
3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout.
Entering play call.
They'll have 2
Empty and
remaining
8.
as we
3
step
plays.
aside here in this first quarter.
The cross. Empty and slot cross.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
180! What's that?
Mayfield now. He will not be able to hang on through the contact.
Entering
It's
play call.
incomplete.
Coach
The
suggestions.
coverage
There are 8
strong, and now it's
categories.
4th
You have
down.
12 options. Punt
On
is
4th
selected.
down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. He's going to field this at the 4. A big kick there. We'll call it 56
Entering
yards
play
on the
call.
punt.
Recent.
And
There
the
are
Vikings
7
will be backed up
categories.
deep to
You
begin
have
their
9
drive
options.
as they
Cover
take
3
over
by
1st and
WK
10.
is selected.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Entering play call.
5 yards is the
4
tally
block.
on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked
Entering
it up.
play. Coach
5
suggests.
takeaways in
Recent.
last
There.
week's game.
Cover 3 sky.
First time these two have hooked
Cover
up this
3.
afternoon,
Cover
and
3
it's a 1st
sky.
down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man, that's Fulton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Entering. Cover
Another
3 by
connection between the
WK.
two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to
Entering
find
play
his
call.
tight end,
Recent.
Josh Oliver.
Coach suggestions.
And
Play
that'll bring up
sheet made.
2nd down.
God. Cover 1 robber.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he is tackled inside the 49,
entering
to the 35.
6.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Entering play call.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this time not quite to the 30, only
entering
down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here we go, sack. Cougar 19.
To the air with McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Buck 16. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter.
Cover 1, Robert.
As they've got it with a first and 10. To Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. McCarthy operating from the gun. And he's going to be dropped.
Entering play call. Precinct there. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. You have 5 options. Load block right is selected.
And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Hadouken, corner, and post selected.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mention that to the coaches,
entering play call, coach suggestion, inside zone split.
In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
That's caught. Emeka Buka.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. XD pad selected.
Second and 4.
Zig.
180.
Mayfield off the play fake. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
You have 12 options.
Give them credit for a good read
selected.
right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
He's able to force his way
Entering
through
play
one man, but he
call,
can muster
coach
only about a
suggestions.
yard
There
on the
are 8
play.
categories.
Second
You
down.
have 12 options.
The Bucs
Empty and
at
slot
9
low
and 2 to
selected.
start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on
Entering
the
play
year.
call, coach
And the Buccaneers
suggestions.
are an
There are
extra
8
point away
categories.
from
You have
taking the
15
lead.
options. Padded empty selected.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Entering play call, normal. There are 2 categories. You have 3 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Entering play odd. There are 3 categories. You have 15 options. Cover 1 hole is selected.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns
Entering
into
play
a basketball
call,
game.
There are 3
Where one team's coming down and hitting threes,
fire zone 2.
and you're coming out and getting
Engage
2s, and you steadily lose ground.
Formation,
in this situation, you're talking about
There are
touchdowns
6
to field
categories.
goals. They want to
Double
put it in the
bracket.
end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And they'll go again with Mason. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on
Entering
that play because he
FS
saw there was a
0.
lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On play action. Now McCarthy. He'll try to pick it up himself. Pretty move. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready up.
Spread.
Let's go now. Go.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. There they go backwards
Entering
here.
play
Losing
call,
yardage
cover.
back at
There are
the
6
48-yard
categories.
line.
You have 36
He was
options.
unable to shake
Cover
free
6
there.
is
They'll
selected.
cover him for a loss of a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call over. There are 6 categories. You have 36 options. Cover 6 is selected.
Okay, ready? Go!
Throwing is McCarthy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact.
Entering play call over. There are 6 categories. 3-3. Cover 1 Robert press. Formation 3-2. There 2. Cover 4 quarter. Formation normal. You have 12. Cover 2 spy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And that will be incomplete as well.
Entering play call. Coach suggest. You have 2. Entering franchise screen. You have 8 options. Resume is selected. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
There are 7. FS will blitz 0.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love
Entering
the phrase,
play call,
if it ended today,
coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Wide rail is selected.
Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. Notification, your friend FRA and KI52961 is now online.
That play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
180!
Mayfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra
Entering
DB out
play.
there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game.
Entering play call, special teams.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. little across the 25 to the
Entering
27.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Regioni Fork is selected.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And they nearly get this all the way
Entering
to
play
midfield.
call,
Mark it down
coach
at the
suggestions.
49.
There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Empty and counter solid is selected.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
180. What's that?
Here's Mayfield. Airing this one out for Evans. It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Entering play call, empty and speed
That's a
under.
good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Wheel.
Run. 20. Stop.
Now Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
Entering play
As
call,
they stop with
coach
17 seconds
suggestions.
to
There
go
are 8
in this
categories.
first
You
half of
have
action.
11 options. Take order is selected.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What's that?
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Entering play call,
So as they
coach
talk it over,
suggestions.
we'll
There are 8
start this out.
categories. You have 12 options. Empty and
So it's
HB out
1st
is
and goal and a
selected.
great opportunity to get that lead
Yes.
back before the break.
What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a
Entering
fine
play
job there of
call,
not
flood
hitting him
drive.
before the ball
Play
arrived.
call,
And I've got
flood
to tell
drive.
you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to
Entering
set
play
in
call,
as that is going to be
coaching.
how this
Normal,
first half
there
will
are
come
3
to a
categories.
close.
You have heavy.
So the difference is 6 points as we get set to resume action here in this 3rd quarter of play. And he brings us out past the 20
Entering
to the
play
24.
call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. HB slam is selected.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here.
Entering play
Trailing and
call,
looking for a
coach
little momentum.
suggestions.
Yeah, you're right
There are 8
about that
categories.
because,
You have 12
let's face it, in the
options.
first half,
Empty and
most of
fox
their
not
focus was in
selected.
the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Brown out of the game. And nothing much materializing there in the first down
Entering
run.
play
We'll get a
call,
couple, and
coach
that's it.
suggestions. There are 8
That's just a pile
categories.
of
You
bodies
have
there,
12
and that's when you kind of
options.
find out
Drive is
who's the tough
selected.
guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Allen, nifty footwork. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is
Entering
made
play
at the
call,
Vikings'
coach
27-yard
suggestions.
line.
There are 8 categories.
That'll
You
wind up a
have
gain of
12 options.
27 on the
Not
catch
inside
and
is
run.
selected.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll maneuver his way forward. For
Entering
about
play
4.
call,
2nd
coach
and 6.
suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. All curl is selected.
And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
from the 23. Here's 2nd and 6.
Toast.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options.
So they just
Bench
need
flag
1
is selected.
yard here to pick up the first down. Now a carry for Allen. And I don't think he got there.
Entering play call, coach
right
suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Inside zone is selected.
Wasn't enough to counteract.
You have to enter challenge. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online
Offensive line,
game.
especially
Cancel.
in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options.
So winds up a
HPI
very
is
smart
selected.
decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the end.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Bench corner is selected.
2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Jalen McMillan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Advance is selected.
Flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The extra point up and good.
Entering play call, normal. There are 2 categories. You have 3 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone.
Entering
it's a touchback, and they'll bring this out
number
to
3
the 30.
middle.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With its offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like
Entering
a tennis
play
match,
call,
right?
racing. There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 3 sky is selected.
A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Mason going to get it on first down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of
Entering
scrimmage.
cover 3 sky.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground again, it's Mason. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Entering play call, racing.
Follow
There
up the first
cut
down,
over
1-yard
low
run
blitz.
with a minimal gain of 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll lose
Entering
yardage
play
on the
call,
play back
coach
at the
suggestions.
37-yard
There are
line.
7 categories.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a lot. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 51 yards. And the Buccaneers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. There's a curveball for you. Field goal to try to give them the lead.
Entering
Not only is
play
it
call,
batted down, they
coach
get the good bounce, and it
suggestions.
winds
There
up
are
6
8
points the other way.
categories. You
Maybe
have
they should throw
15
the fastball
options.
instead.
Advance is selected.
Yeah, it probably would have been better than the curve. Point after here coming up. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score.
Entering play call, normal parallel to categories. You have 3 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock it down
7
hard at the
categories.
end.
You have 9 options. Low block left is selected.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Entering play call, recent.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these
Strip
players
ball,
nowadays.
tackling option, recent,
6'4",
cover 2
6'5",
man
and
spy.
up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Cover 3 spot, coach suggestion. Formation, arrow, over. There are 6 categories. You have 36 options. Cover 3 matches selected.
He lets his pads do his talking.
McCarthy off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice
Entering
job of
play
bottling him
call.
up defensively.
3-3,
And now it
cut.
brings up 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he stopped up short of the first as they
Entering
tackle
play,
him down at
recent.
about the
Cover 2 man
36.
spy.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first
Entering
down
play call,
yardage.
coach suggestions. Play sheet is there are 7 categories.
And the decision to go for
LB
it
fire.
proves to be a good one.
And the Vikings first down.
Let's go now. Go.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play call, over. Odd. Tampa View. Even 6-1. Cover 3 bus.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Ready. Viking 18. Take go.
Off play action. McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes a pretty good lift
Entering
there as he'll wind
cover
up
3
getting
bus.
about 3.
Formation, errors. Odd.
I think this one
Cover
comes
2
under
hard
the heading
flat.
of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try and throw it back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. He's got Mason, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Entering play call, Godbearer, cover 4 quarters.
They've done a good job of keeping that running game in check.
Formation, barrier 7 categories, barrier split, LB fire.
Is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Off the play fake, McCarthy. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5.
Entering play call, split, you have 9 options, cover 2 inverted selected.
A little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still, some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Entering play,
So it's
cover 6.
been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while.
Cover
Now what do you
2
do
and
here?
spy.
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3
Spread.
points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver from 4 yards out.
Entering
And
play
the
call,
Vikings have a
recent
chance
barrier
to
7,
tie things
storm
up
grade
as
1.
they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock,
Entering
but they
play
wanted
call,
to tie now, and
special
they got it.
teams.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that is
Entering
over the
play
back
call,
line of the
coach
end zone.
suggestions,
It's a
there are 8
touchback.
categories,
And they'll bring
you
this
have
out
12
to the
options,
35-yard
empty and
line.
X spot is
The
selected.
Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 8 categories, you have 12 options, inside zone is selected.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They stay on the ground with Allen. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Entering
4
play,
yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Entering play call,
And we
coach
see another pitch and catch
suggestions,
there
there
to the
are 8
running back. This
categories,
position
you
just
have 12
continues to
options,
evolve.
which spot
They
is
become
selected.
just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over
Entering
that time,
play
but it's
call,
going to lead
coach
to 3rd down.
suggestions, there are 8 categories,
Nice
you have 12
defensive effort there,
options,
providing
empty
the
and
hand
batter
as the
wine
ball
is
got to the
selected.
receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
180.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made
Entering
at the
play
Vikings
call,
35.
coach suggestions, there are 8 categories, you have 12 options,
And
jet
Charles,
sweep
with
is
that
selected.
completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Throwing, Mayfield. Allen here on the screen. And he'll
Entering
lose
play
yardage on the
call,
play
coach
back at the
subject
37-yard
94.
line.
Plug
Well,
drive.
Brandon, we could see that play developing. They were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 12 options. Shallow cross is selected.
They'll run with Allen. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
Entering play call,
now, what's the
coach
thinking here? Because a
suggestions. There
touchdown
are
would be
8
nice, but
categories.
you've
You have
ensured
12
yourself a chance
options.
at 3 in the
zone
lead, so how
WK is
worried are you
selected.
about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
Entering play
No,
call,
not at all.
empty
They did
and
a
red
really
button.
nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Corner.
Mayfield. And Allen's got it. And he's in the
Entering
end
play
zone.
call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Advance is selected.
And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Entering play call,
Point after
normal.
is
There are
good.
2 categories.
They
You
will
have 3
take a
options.
7-point
Kickoff
lead.
left is selected.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one
Entering
as it's
play,
through the end
cover 2
zone
in
for a
bird,
touchback.
cover 3 bus.
Here's 1st down. Back to throw. Open man, that's Felton.
Entering LB5 cover 6.
Gotta find a way to gash the
Coach
defense downfield.
suggestions. There are 7 categories. You have
Here
12
comes
options.
second down
1
and
Robert
5.
press is selected.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. A hit as he throws there,
Entering
incomplete.
play. Storm Brave 1.
Once you got
3
out of the
double
pocket,
bus.
you thought that maybe you'd
Coach
take off
suggests
with it,
play
especially
sheet.
here in the
Formation.
2-minute drill.
3, 2.
Sometimes
There are
defenses
2
are focused so
categories.
much
You have
downfield that there's
27
room to run,
options.
but
Cover
this
3
time he
lock is
decided to
selected.
throw it unsuccessfully.
Back to throw. Pass complete. It's Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw. A dump off for Mason.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can
Enter
live with
cover 4
incompletions in this
quarters.
situation. You can't live with these short gains and take time off the clock.
You know who loves
Entering
it?
play
This
call.
defense.
3, 2. Formation.
Vikings gonna signal
Normal.
for the
You have
first of
12
their
options.
timeouts.
Cover 3 spy
As they
is
stop
selected.
it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. He's back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his
Entering
enemy.
play.
Absolutely.
TV strike.
Every second
Cover
right
2
now.
spy.
More and more precious as it ticks.
Brings up 3rd and
Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the
Entering
clock.
play call. Tempo 2.
What a great
Cover
sequence
2
by
in
this
spot.
defense so
Cover
far.
3
They've given
lock.
him
Cover
nowhere
2
to go
in.
with the football.
Cover 3
And they
lock.
just have to make it
Coach
stand up one more
suggestions. There
time
are 7
because it appears that
categories.
they've got
You
their
have 12
number.
options.
Can they not
Cover
have
4
a slip
drop
up
is
here
selected.
and allow the touchdown?
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. That's to his running back. Complete. And unable to break away.
Entering
They stop
play
him a
call.
few yards
Coach
shy.
suggestions.
They
There are 8
had to go for it
categories.
with
You have
such
6
little time
options.
remaining.
Inside zone
And that'll
WK
be
is
just about
selected.
all she wrote for this one. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes.
just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Rushing selected. Scoring summary, total, win, will write, player stats, team TG, and view highlights is selected. 0, 1, 2, 229, 3, 4, 36, 4, 5, 11, 5, 624, 4, 310. 201, 124, 121, 0, 20. 0, 50, 121, 150, 229, 310, 408, 436, 511, 7, 511, 439. 436, 430, 310, 2, 1, 121, 0, 50, 0, 20, 0, 120, 201, 339, 436, 511, 430, 310, 306, 229, 201, 150, 121, 020. Entering post-game screen, you have 5 options. View highlights is selected. Finish game is selected.